The Garmin Forerunner 265 is a great smartwatch if you want to track, improve, and monitor your fitness goals. In fact, there are a lot of reasons to like this smartwatch, and maybe three reasons you might not. Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter with my review of the Garmin Forerunner 265. It's an update to the Garmin Forerunner 255, which is a line of watches that is really focused on runners, but that doesn't mean you have to be a runner to actually make use of one of these watches. In fact, they have a lot of benefits if you're athletic across a variety of different sports. To start, the Forerunner 265 is an immediate improvement to the 255, and a big part of that is the AMOLED display. There are those who say the 255's memory and pixel display is better, but to me there's no mistake about it. The AMOLED is brighter, clearer, and has high resolution. It's tough to see it on camera, but it is a very bright and contrasty screen that's very easy to read in different light levels. The 265 and its smaller cousin, the 265S, which is the version you see in this video and on my wrist, is just more pleasing to look at than the 255. The 265 also adds a touchscreen, and if you're coming from the Venue series, it will feel very familiar. But like most of the options in the 265, that's customizable and you can turn off the touchscreen if you like. Garmin has kept the sporty look of the 265, which comes in black, white, or aqua bezels with multicolored bands, and the 265S, which comes in black, white, and light pink. I wasn't sure if I would like the multicolored bands, if they would look too sporty, but they've grown on me. However, if you still want a straight black band, for example, Garmin does sell them as separate accessories. Pro tip, if you do want to change the band, wait till you get the watch first and then purchase the band. The reason I say that is because Garmin, after you purchase the Forerunner, will send you a coupon code for 10% off accessories. The band is an accessory, so it will save you 10% if you just wait, get your watch, and then order the bands separately. Speaking of those bands, they have a nice stretch to them and are very, very comfortable. Garmin have added a lot of rings in the band so you can find the perfect fit, and those added holes also let the band and your wrist breathe. I'm the kind of person who gets smartwatch fatigue easily, but the Forerunner is one of the most comfortable I've tried, meaning I can wear it not only when exercising, but also just generally throughout the day. Adding to the comfort is the weight. The larger 265 is 47 grams and the 265S is 39 grams. Garmin have gone with a plastic bezel rather than a metal one, which I would have preferred for durability, but the lightweight is a decent trade-off. Here are the other specs for both watches on the screen, but for most of you, the primary one to look at is screen size. The 265 has a 46mm case and the 265S has a 42mm case. I have pretty small wrists, and I like the look of both, but went with the 265S. An added bonus of getting the 265S is that it gives you 2 days more of battery life, 15 days versus the 13 days of the 265. Garmin also now includes a USB-C charging cable, which is nice to see, and it gives you, even through a sluggish laptop connection, charges from 0 to 100 in well under an hour. You can configure the AMOLED screen to be always on, activated by gesture, and your battery life will vary depending on that, but still be measured in days. When you're using GPS mode on an outdoor walk or run, for example, battery life maxes out at around 24 hours, and when streaming music as well as using GPS, that battery life goes down to about 7 hours. Comparing that to Apple Watches like the Series 8, which maxes out at a total of 18 hours, or the Ultra at 36 hours, the Forerunner has impressive battery life, which is measured in days. Overall, the design is sleek, and depending on the bezel and band you go with, can either be more sporty or lean a bit toward more business casual. But inside, Garmin have really packed in a lot of features, so workout buffs and running enthusiasts, this is for you. The Forerunner has a long list of features that won't fit into this video, but let's cover some of the most useful ones. You've got step counting with manual or automated daily goals, always on heart rate monitoring, stress monitoring, calories, active versus passive, floors climbed, and body battery. The body battery shows you your overall energy levels and is based on your heart rate variability, exertion, and your previous night's sleep score. When you click through to one of those menus, all of this which is highly customizable by the way, the Forerunner shows more details, suggestions, and graphs that you can dive into. The Forerunner 265 though, when you compare it to something like the Venue series for example, gives you a lot more workout screens, which gives you much more information based on what you're doing at the gym. Prior to a run, for example, the Forerunner will give you suggestions on pace and distance, and in the scrolling menu, you can find your VO max, as well as predictions on how fast you might run a 5K, half, or full marathon based on your previous workouts. After a workout, the Forerunner also tracks your training readiness based on how well you slept and how hard you work, among other metrics, and how your workouts are going overall. Maybe you're not pushing yourself hard enough, or you need to slow down to recover. It's all on your wrist. And for those of you who already have a Forerunner, you know that I'm leaving out a lot of the detailed screens that you can dive into. I haven't even mentioned the Garmin Connect app, where you can pull in data from your watch and get an even more detailed look at how fast you are running along your jog or update your fitness age. If you love workout statistics and metrics in general, you're gonna really like the Forerunner 265. Even though a lot of the information is sort of based around running, it is kind of running focused. If you're athletic in general and you just want to see how your workouts are going or what your stress levels are or what your recovery rate is, all that is in the watch, and it's going to be very, very useful. There's an altimeter, there's a barometer, there's a thermometer. All of that is in the watch. You can change the watch faces using the Garmin IQ app, and you can really customize all of the screens. So when you're running, for example, if you want to see calories, active versus passive, your heart rate, no matter what metrics you want to see during your workout, on each screen, on each workout, you can customize them just how you like. But if you read the title of this video, you know that this is a frustrating product to some extent, and it's not the fault of the Forerunner. It's more something Garmin is doing. See, the $150 or so cheaper Venue 2, which I have also reviewed, which is linked under the subscribe button, has nearly all of the same sensors as the Forerunner 265. In fact, when I imported my workout data from a Venue 2 into the Forerunner 265, the former was able to get anaerobic information and let me know I could be doing more high-intensity workouts, which is great for the Forerunner, but that means Garmin is intentionally limiting what the Venue 2 can do and handicapping its software capabilities on purpose. I mentioned this in my review of the Venue 2 and the Venue SQ, and it's an issue along the entire Garmin smartwatch line. Garmin make really good smartwatches, and in fact, a lot of the hardware that's in the Forerunner and the Venue are the same, and a lot of the hardware on the upper end of the line between watches is very, very similar as well. So the way Garmin ends up price tiering them and creating different lines of watches is by limiting the software capabilities of each one. So the hardware is all there, but to make the most of it and get all the information that you want from it, you're going to have to pay more. And that's the first frustrating thing, which leads me into the second frustrating thing, which is the price. At around $450, the Forerunner 265 is a bit more than an Apple Series 8 watch, but less than the $800 Apple Ultra watch. Both of those, though, give you aluminum or titanium bezels, unlike the Forerunner, which doesn't have any metal version options. So rather than tiering by artificial software constraints, it would be nice to have different price tiering options based on the hardware. Make the Forerunner 265 $350 and the Venue 2 $300, and make a titanium or metal or aluminum version of the 265 for like $400 as an example. I understand the need for Garmin to have different price tiering and also different lines of watches, but I would rather have more options in the build and just have all of the software capabilities that the hardware of each watch is able to provide. Lastly, another potentially frustrating point of the Forerunner might be its smartwatch capabilities. It doesn't have a microphone, a plus if you ask me, but might be a minus for many of you, so you can't make or take calls through the watch or check WhatsApp messages or send them, but it does show you notification from texts and who might be calling you when you sync with your phone. If you're looking for a smartwatch first and one that's going to help you stay connected by making and taking calls, sending text messages, checking emails, and you're looking for a fitness watch second, then the Forerunner 265 might not be the ideal watch for you. But if you're looking for a watch that's going to help you improve your workouts and give you all the statistics to do just that, then the Garmin Forerunner 265, especially if you run and if you have $450 to spend, is a great option. Now, if you're looking for something that's less expensive, the Venue 2 is a great alternative to the Forerunner 265. It also gives you a lot of health data. It gives you a lot of workouts and a lot of tracking information that you can find on the watch, just not quite as detailed as the Forerunner 265. That's my review of the 265 Forerunner by Garmin. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below. And while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week, and I will see you in the next video.